it's me again trying to fulfill my goal of making this conversation like improvement. If someone is watching this and doesn't understand what I'm saying, it's that I don't speak English as my first language. It's something that I'm learning, and now that I'm living in the US, I want to like improve my conversation skills because I understand the language, but I'm not very good speaking, like forming whole sentences that have like a really good cohesive yeah, like look what I'm saying. Okay, so I'm like, besides talking to people like by text and stuff, I want to do this for myself, like to improve and make it a little bit more natural for me to speak. So today I want to speak, well, tell someone or talk to myself about something that I did recently. Last week I went to New York. I have a trip to New York City, and I was like only there for a whole weekend, and I did what I could. And there were a couple of things that I was excited about. Like many people make a big deal about in New York City. I get it. It's fun, I would say, but it wasn't like my dream going there. It was a okay thing to do. It was fun and fine. And yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. Like, yeah, it has some cool things, but maybe I didn't go in a good like season. I don't know what it was, but it felt different from what I was expecting. Also, one of the things that I really wanted to do there was go to a play, a Broadway musical specifically. I didn't know which one because there are many options, and the thing is also that yeah, there's many options, but going to a play, it's expensive for me at least. Like, I don't know if anyone has like like yeah how uh, how much are they expecting to spend in kind of entertainment and stuff. So I decided that I was going to I circle out the ones that were like more economic place to go. I have like my budget, and I designate some amount of money for that. And like, yeah, the shows were like it looks fine, but one thing that catch my eye was a little like small and cheap ticket that the play I didn't like, I haven't heard of this before. But the protagonists are two actors that are with, at least for me, they're like well known, and I really like some of the work. And this play, it's called Gutenberg, and the actors are just Josh Gad and Andrew Reynolds. I think that's how you say his last name. Um, if anyone doesn't like recognize their faces, it's maybe because their make mostly of their work is like voice acting. Yeah. So done. Like Josh Gad, it's most known for playing Olaf in Frozen, yeah, and he also makes some voices, I believe, in Angry Birds and stuff like that. And I think Pixels with Adam Sandler, he's a protagonist there. And also, there's a little movie that I think nobody watched. It's a comedy that it's called The Wedding Ringer, where he stars along Kaylee Cuoco from The Big Bang Theory and Kevin Hart, like he's well-known comedian, and yeah, that's what he's been in. And also Andrew Reynolds, I think that's how you say his last name. He's I will say it, a gay icon, really. And he also it's been like to he acts a lot with only his voice. He has a very particular voice, and recently he's been in Big Mouth. If anyone watches that, I really like that show. It's kind of raunchy and gross at times, but I enjoy it. He also make voices, I believe, in Adventure Time, and I don't remember where else. He I think he made more TV shows, like TV series like Girls. Yeah, Girls, he's in that. And Girls Forever. I love that show, and he's on that. And he also act alongside Meryl Streep and Nicole Kidman in this movie musical The Prom. Also, he's been on Broadway like for a long time, and he was in the Book of Mormon for many years. I don't know much about Broadway. I know some things, maybe more than like the average person, because I really enjoy musicals, theater, movies, and all of this entertainment. I really enjoyed watching that. So yeah, maybe I know a little bit more than the average person, but I'm not very savvy about it. I know more about movies than theater. So this musical, it's very meta. Like they don't really talk about Gutenberg. If anyone knows who Gutenberg is, Johann Gutenberg was the inventor of the printing press. And I make quotation marks because really this German guy, yes, let's say, make a printing press, but really the ones who had it first were the Chinese many years before that. So yeah, that's a little bit of history. But this musical, it's about making a play about this character, Johann Gutenberg, the German guy, and they made up all of his story, because they are making a, how they call it, historical fiction, like the thing Quentin Tarantino loves to do, like made up stuff about things that did happen, but twisting a lot of the of the events and make it their own kind of narrative around it. And they're making this with little bit of knowledge of anything, and they these two actors are the only ones in the whole play besides the musicians, and they sing and perform every character, and they are making this, like, let's say, rehearsal. It has another name, but I don't remember right now. They make this like rehearsal of the whole musical, of the Gutenberg musical, and they're making this play there, and they want someone, a producer, someone to buy it for Broadway, and they perform every character, and they have a very peculiar like way to resolve or to make this happen, like to play every character, even multiple characters in the same scene, just the two of them. And I think it's very fun and inventive, and it's a really good way to, like, as an actor, to like put into work this muscle of acting and do voices. Like, they made different voices throughout the show, and for every character they're playing, they have a different voice, and they change it real quick, and it's fun, and I really have a good time because also the audience, many people like were laughing like so hard, having a really good time with it, and that made me have a good time. I think it also make like the experience better when you have a fun audience. Yeah, like the crowd was having it, like they were having fun, they were enjoying themselves, and that made me enjoy myself watching that. And I think it's really fun. It's not for everyone because I said it has many Broadway references that I don't think many people will get. I'm saying this because actually I did get most of them because I watch musicals, but the person besides me, well, it was a couple. I think there were two people together, and one person of this couple were like asking every so often, but what does this joke meant, like what it is, and the other person will explain that oh, this is a reference to, for example, Hamilton or the Phantom of the Opera. Yeah, things that I believe are like common knowledge, but if you have no idea about musicals, you won't understand most of the jokes. Like, you at least have to watch the more popular ones of the long running Broadway shows to understand the play, because they make fun of the Broadway formula, let's say. In the end, there was a surprise that I don't know if every show has the same actor, like, as a guest, but the surprise is there are selling this play to a producer, and they're expecting that some producer is in the audience. So there's a part where they interact with the public, and they are singing and we are singing, and then they ask to a famous Broadway producer to sing, and out of the audience, someone with a really good voice sings like me, like, or something like that. Like, that person is a Broadway producer, and they go on to the stage, and they finish this play, like sending off a contract to make their play. And it's really funny. In my in the one that I went to, it was Sarah Bareilles. I think that's how movies. Maybe not, but she's a musician, singer, and an actress. Recently, she's been on Waitress, the musical. She's a singer. Like she had one or two like hits back like 15 years ago, but they're still like recognizable songs. And she's also in this TV show, Curse Fire Further. I really like because it's a musical TV show, and there's not many of them, like ever. But it's a good thing that this comedy musical exists. I really enjoyed that show, and I believe they're like friends, like Andrew, Ronalds, and Sarah, because of that show. Because both of them are in it. I don't know really if they were friends before or they knew each other before. Maybe because the theater world it's very small, and there's also other place that I was like thinking about going, but I decided this one because of the actors and because also it was cheap. And the seats, like because of the theater was really small. It was in the James Earl Jones Theater. For someone who doesn't know who James Earl Jones is, he's also an actor, a very good voice actor, but he's made like also other stuff. But he's the boss of Darth Vader in the original Star Wars, and yeah, it's really cool that he has a theater. And I was also meaning to watch maybe this one because it looked really fun. He realizes love, but the thing is that maybe I can't watch it anymore because in a few weeks, that I think it's the 26th of November, they're closing the like they're no longer making more functions, more showings of this because of the low ticket sales. Oh, and I was saying about the theater that it's really small, but that was good because it doesn't matter where you were sitting. You could see the whole stage and feel really close to the actors. Like I am not the person with the best eyesight. I sometimes use glasses, and I could like see everything. So, and I also took my glasses there because I was afraid like it was too far away from the stage, but it wasn't. Like I think if you have if anyone who's watching this has a chance to go to the James Earl Jones Theater to see anything, yeah, have that in mind. Just for the fact that it's something that seems of your interest. And yeah, I want to watch other shows like Six because they have a lot of awards and good reviews, and they look fun also. So maybe I will be going to New York soon. I don't know yet, but I don't think was well because the day I went, it was full. It was a full theater, and the production seems like not that expensive. So maybe they're doing well. I hope. Yeah, I had a good time. And if someone who is really into musical theater, I think this is the show for you because it's making fun, but also like paying homage to to that to that word. And yeah, I think it's nice to see it. There's other plays that do the same, but the one that it's right now playing on Broadway is this one. If you enjoy any of these actors, let me know if you know them from something. But yeah, they're working everywhere if you look them up. So if someone watch this and make this far, have a good night, and hopefully I will keep making this. And if someone, as I said before, has some pointers about anything that I said or how I am structuring my phrases,